John and Justin have a lot to do, so they better get it going.
My name is Jonathan, and I'm a caregiver for my wife, Lynne, who has a permanent brain injury. Things are different now, but we're doing the best that we can. Join us as we experience the Lynne life. Yes, Lynne is right. We have to repair a vinyl fence at the corner of our yard that was damaged, and part of it fell over last winter, while some workmen behind us are pruning trees. Well, it's been a battle, but the fence is back up. We still got to put some more brackets on it to keep it secure. We're using something different. We're actually using metal brackets. Before there were like these vinyl brackets, and even though the fence is, Justin, how long has this fence been up here? Probably 12 years or something like that. Yeah, so it's held that long. But the vinyl brackets actually snapped, so this section right here actually blew over. So now we're using metal ones. So hopefully they'll hold up. And we got some plans for this whole area. We're going to expand our garden a little bit, and so we got some work to do. We were just been waiting for the rain to stop. Now this area here was a place where years ago I had a garden railway. Actually had it was a G-scale garden railway. Still have all the trains and track and everything. But I gave up on it after Lynne's brain injury. Gave up. It was way too much work. So then I moved everything indoors. I have an indoor model railroad. But this is an area I think we're going to sort of create a vegetable garden in this area, right, Justin? Mm-hmm. So this is a boxwood, which is way overgrown. It used to be miniature, but it's pretty big now. So we're going to cut it down. Get it out of there. All right, for our next project is tuning up our bicycles. Remember I talked on another vlog about wanting to get out on the canal trail, and we're going to have to start tuning up our bicycles. Justin's working on his right now. What's the PSI now? 40. So he needs to get his tires at about 50 PSI. I just got interrupted by our aide who's out on the patio with Lynne, and she just saw an oriole out there. I don't usually put out the food for an oriole. They like fruits like oranges and things like that. But now that I know there's one in the area, I think I will. In fact, I think I'm going to do that in a minute. I do have a feeder I can put some sliced oranges in, so I'm going to give that a shot in a second. While Justin finishes putting the air in his rear tire, and then we're going to adjust his seat and check his brakes, and then I'm going to start working on mine. So I got this little suet feeder here, and I'm going to I have a few mandarin oranges I cut up, and I'm going to stick these in here.
For what?
For the oriole, and see if I can. I hope I just don't get a whole bunch of bugs. We'll see. See how this works out. I don't have a regular feeder for the orioles. I never had orioles before. See how that works. While Justin continues to work on his bike, this is mine here. Mine's a Specialized Tri-Cross. That's the actual style it is. I don't know, it's about 7 years old. And it's sort of a bike that the reason I picked it was it's sort of a road and trail bike. It resembles a road bike, but it has a little heavier frame, a little thicker tires on it. It does have the clipless pedals, But it's a good all-around bike for me. It's not as light as a racer or something like that, but it's pretty light, much lighter than Justin's. Justin's actually has a suspension on it. This does not. But I like to ride on the road. I do ride on the road, and I also like to ride along trails, like along the canal. So this is ideal for both of those. It's a little easier than a mountain bike for long distance. So this has to be tuned up. The tires need to be pumped up quite a bit. I got to lubricate it, check the brakes, do all that stuff, and then we'll be ready to get on the road for the year. So he's just telling Justin, I think it may be time for a new helmet for his. So he likes it because it matches his bike, same color and all that, but he's had this helmet for a long time. And even at one point, and turn it over, Justin, we'll see. At one point, a bird decided to make a nest in this one spring before he realized it, and then there were eggs in it, so we didn't want to disturb it. So we just let it go, and eggs hatched, and we had baby birds in our garage. So Justin's helmet has even little birds grew up in that helmet. So you want to get rid of it, but we can keep the helmet. But I think it's time to replace it. What do you think, Justin?
Yeah, probably. It's old.
So you didn't want to get rid of it because you've had it a long time.
It matches the bike and stuff.
And it matches the bike, and it has memories. But I think it's time. I think there's a life expectancy in these helmets anyways, so we're going to look for something else. Well, we've worked on the bikes enough, and now I'm going to go join Lynn on the patio and put a close in this video.
We'll see you next time on the Lynne Life.